Dear learner, I welcome you all in this MOOC course on Principles of Electrical Sciences. Myself, Dr. Sanjay Agrawal, Associate Professor in Electrical Engineering, School of Engineering and Technology, IGNOU, New Delhi. In the previous lecture, we have discussed what is a polyphase system and why polyphase system is preferred over single phase system. In this session, we will discuss what are the star and delta connection and what is the relation between phase and line voltage and phase and line current in star and delta connections. First of all, we are going to discuss interconnection of the three phases. Here you can see in the figure. If the three armature coils of the three-phase alternator are not interconnected but are kept separate as shown in figure, then each phase or circuit would need two conductors. So the total number of conductors in that case being 6. Here you can see that if we are talking about the R phase, so it has two connections, 1 and 2, and it is connected between load that can be shown as ZL1. Similarly, Y phase is connected between terminal 3 and 4 and the load is ZL2. Similarly, this B phase are connected between two terminal 5 and 6 and load is ZL3. So here you can see for this there are 6 wires are required. That means number of wires are more. If number of wires are more, that means copper required is more. If copper required is more, that means cost of the conductor is more and length of the conductor is more, because 6 number of conductors are going to use, that means length of the conductor is increased. If length of the conductor is increased, that means the losses that will happen in the wire, that will also be more. So to overcome or to reduce these losses, we will discuss the different interconnection, and that interconnection may be the star connection or delta connection. So in star connection, what will happen? There will be only 3 wire will be required, or if you are taking out the neutral, then 3 phase 4 wire will be required. But in case of delta, only 3 wire will be required, that is RYB. It means that each transmission cable would contain 6 conductors, which will make the whole system complicated and expensive. Hence, the 3 phases are generally interconnected, which results in saving of the copper. The general method of interconnection are what? Star connection. It can be also said as a Y connection. Second is delta connection. It can be termed as mesh connection. Now we have to understand the relations between line and phase quantity in star connection. So here you can see the connection diagram of the star connection. That means 3 phases are considered here. That is the R phase, Y phase and B phase. So the voltage induced in each winding is called the phase voltage, and current in each winding is likewise known as phase current. However, the voltage between any pair of terminal is called the line voltage, and the current flowing in each line is called line current. So here you can see that in R phase there is a current I suffix R current is flowing. That means this phase current is equal to the line current. Similarly, in Y phase there is a current IY is flowing. This current is again equal to line current. And in B phase the current I suffix B is flowing. This phase current is equal to the line current. And just we are assuming that between phase R and neutral, the voltage across phase R is V suffix R, and voltage between Y phase and between neutral, the voltage is denoted as V suffix Y, and between phase B and between terminal N, the voltage is written as V suffix V. So because we are saying that it is balanced system, so you can say the algebraic sum, or you can say vector sum of the current is equal to 0. That means you can write I suffix R plus I suffix Y plus I suffix V is equal to 0. Now we have to understand the relations between the line and phase quantity in a star connection. So with help of the circuit diagram, just you have to draw the phasor diagram. So here there are 3 phases, that is VR, BY, BV. Here you can see. So just you assume that VR is a reference phasor, and as you know, because we are talking about the balanced system, that means magnitude of the voltage in all 3 phases are equal. That is VR is equal to VY is equal to VV, and the phase angle between all 3 phases are equal. because total angle is 360 and we are talking about the 3 phase, that means 360 divided by 3, so it comes 120 degree. That means phase angle between phase voltage VR and Vy is 120 degree. Similarly, phase angle between Vy between Y phase and B phase, again it is a 120 degree. Similarly, phase angle between phase B and phase R, again it is a 120 degree. So here you can see that potential difference between phase R and phase Y can be written as VRY. So VRY can be written as VR minus Y, Vy. That means it is a phasor difference. If you want to calculate the line voltage between R and Y, it can be written as VRY, and it will be the phasor difference of these two phases. That means VRY is equal to VR minus Vy. So here minus Vy is coming in the picture. So what you will do? So where this Vy phase has been shown, just you draw the just opposite of that. Here you can see in the diagram. So just Vy of the phasor, just you equal phasor can be written as minus Vy. So now you have to find out the voltage between phase R and Y, or you can say it will be the line voltage. So here you can see it will be formed in the parallelogram, and in the parallelogram you can calculate the voltage, that is equivalent voltage VRY. It can be written as under root VR square plus Vy square plus 2VR Vy cos 60. Why cos 60? Because the phase angle between this VR and minus Vy is equal to 60 degree, right? So here angle is taken as 60 degree. So as I already told you that it is a balanced system, that means magnitude of the voltage on all the three phases are equal. So you can write VR is equal to Vy is equal to Vv, and it can be written as phase voltage. So you can write as a V suffix V. So just put the value in this equation. VR equal to V phase, Vy is equal to V phase, VR equal to V phase, Vy is equal to V phase. So it will become V phase square plus B phase square plus B phase square again, because cos 60 is equal to what? It is 1 by 2, so this 2 will be cancelled out, and VR and Vy is a V phase, so it is a Vp square. So you add all these three quantities, so it comes VRY is equal to under root 3 B phase square. In another word, you can also write VRY is equal to under root 3 B phase. That means line voltage between phase R and Y is equal to the root 3 times of the phase voltage. Similarly, you can also find out the line voltage between another phase, like between phase Y and B. So it will also be the line voltage between Y and B. It can be written as BYB is equal to under root 3 times B phase voltage. Similarly, you can find out the voltage between phase B and R. It can be written as V suffix VR is equal to under root 3 times the phase voltage. So as you know that voltage between any two phase is nothing but it is a line voltage. So you can write VRY is equal to VYB is equal to VVR is equal to the line voltage, that can be written as V suffix L. So what you have concluded? We have concluded that in a star connection, the line voltage is equal to the root 3 times of the phase voltage. It is to noted that same current flows through the phase winding as well as the line conductor, since the line conductor is just connected to the series with the phase winding. So here again we can find out the relation between the line current and phase current in star connection. So as you have observed that in case of star connection, line current is equal to the phase current. So you can write I suffix L is equal to I suffix P. That means line current is equal to phase current. So on the basis of the previous phasor diagram and circuit diagram, you can say that line voltages are 120 degree apart. Second observation is what? Line voltages are 30 degree ahead of their respective phase voltage. Here you can see in the phasor diagram also. And the angle between the line current and corresponding line voltage is, that is 30 plus 5. where phi is the angle between phase voltage and phase current. Now because it is lagging by the 30 degree also, so the angle between the line current and the corresponding line voltage is 30 plus phi with the current lagging. And as we have already concluded that in case of star connection, line voltage is equal to the root 3 times phase voltage and line current is equal to the phase current. So just you have to remember all these 5 points to solve the any circuit which is based on the star connection. Now we have to find out the power relation in star connector system. So power in 3 phase can be written as 3 times the power in the single phase if it is a balanced system. So this power in 3 phase can be written as 3 times multiplied by power of the single phase, and the power of single phase can be written as V suffix V multiplied by I suffix V multiplied by cos phi, where cos phi is what? Cos phi is power factor and this phi is cosine angle between voltage and current. So as you know, in case of star connection, line current equal to the phase current and phase voltage equal to line voltage divided by root 3, or you can say line voltage is equal to root 3 times phase voltage. Just you put all these two parameter in this particular equation of the power equation, that means P3 phase is equal to 3 BP IP cos phi. So just put the value of BP. BP is equal to what? VL upon under root 3 and IP is equal to what? IL. So after the solving, you will get the power relation in star connection is equal to, that is P3 phase is equal to root 3 multiplied by line voltage multiplied by line current multiplied by power factor. And unit of this power is generally denoted in watt. Similarly, you can also calculate, or you can write power equation for the reactive and apparent power. So this reactive power can be written as 3 BP IP sin phi. So similarly, just you put the value of IP and BP in this equation. So this equation for the reactive power Q3 phase can be written as root 3 BL IL sin phi. And you can also write the equation for the apparent power for this 3-phase system. It is generally denoted by capital S. It can be written as 3 BP IP, and just put the value of BP IP here. So it can be written as S, that is apparent power, is equal to root 3 times multiplied by the line voltage and line current. Now we have to find out the relation between phase voltage and line voltage in delta connection. So here you can see that 3 phases are formed the delta connection. That means second terminal of the first phase is connected to the first terminal of the second phase. Similarly, second terminal of the second phase is connected to the first terminal of the third phase. So in this way you can make the delta connection. So here you can see that the voltage across phase R, it can be written as V suffix R. Voltage across phase B, it can be written as V suffix B. Voltage across phase Y can be written as Vy. And here you can also notice that because there is a 3 phases R, Y, B, so voltage between R and Y can be written as V suffix Ry. Voltage between R and B can be written as VVR. Voltage between Y phase and B phase can be written as VYB. So because it is a balanced system, that means vector sum of the voltage is equal to 0. So you can write VR plus VY plus VV equal to 0. Now you have to find out the line current. So unlike star connection, here line current is not equal to phase current. So what is the line current in case of the delta connection? So line current, if we are talking about the phase R, or you can say for the phase 1, so and you say that in phase R this current is denoted as I1. So this I1 is equal to what? It is a phasor difference of the current of two phasor, that is R phase and B phase. So I1 can be written as IR minus IB. Similarly, current flowing in phase Y, or you can say terminal 2, it can be written as current I2, that is a line current, can be written as I2 is equal to YY minus IR. Similarly, you can also write the current in line 3, that is I3, is equal to what? I3 equal to IB minus IY. Now with help of that phasor diagram, we can make the phasor diagram. Here you can see that phase angle between all the three these line current is 120 degree. So now you have to find out the current I1. So I1 current is what? It is a phasor difference of the current between IR and current IB. So here you can notice that phase angle between current IR and IB is equal to what? 60 degree. So on the basis of the parallelogram, just you find out the equivalent current I1 current is nothing but it is a phasor difference of current IR minus IB. So it can be written as under root IR square plus IB square plus 2IR IB cos 60. And what is the value of cos 60? That is 1 by 2. So this 2 will be cancelled out. So I1 is equal to what? Under root IR square plus IB square plus IR into IB. So because it is a balanced system, that means all the phase current in respective phases are equal. That means IR is equal to IYY is equal to I suffix B, or you can say it is a I suffix B, that is a phase current. Just put the value. So after the putting the value of IR, IB in this equation, you will get the equation of the line current that for the terminal 1 or for the R phase, it is denoted by I1. This I1 is equal to what? Under root 3 times multiplied by the phase current. Similarly, you can also find out the equation for the line 2, that is I2 can be written as under root 3 times IP, and you can also find out the current for terminal 3, that is current flowing is I3. So this I3 current is nothing but it is line current. It can be written as under root 3 times the phase current. So as you know that this I1, I2 and I3 can be written as a IL, or you can say it is a line current. So in case of delta connection, you can notice that line current is equal to the root 3 times of the phase current. And if you see the diagram, circuit diagram or the phasor diagram, so you can notice that the voltage across phase is equal to the voltage across line. So you can write the line voltage equal to the phase voltage, or you can write V suffix L is equal to V suffix P. Now you have to find out the power relation in the delta connected system. So power in 3 phase is equal to what? 3 times multiplied by the power in the single phase for the balanced system. So power in 3 phase is equal to what? 3 multiplied by the power in the single phase. And what is the power in the single phase? It is V suffix V multiplied by I suffix V multiplied by the cos Y. What is a cos Y? Cos Y is nothing but it is a power factor, right? So, and you know, in case of the delta connection, line voltage is equal to what? Phase voltage. And in case of delta connection, what is the relation between the phase current and line current? Phase current can be written as line current divided by the under root 3. So just put the value of this phase current and this phase voltage in this particular expression. So after the solving, you will get that power in delta connection is equal to root 3 times line voltage multiplied by the line current multiplied by the power factor, and unit of this is watt. So similarly, we can also find out the reactive power and apparent power. So expression for the reactive power can be written as Q is equal to 3 BP IP sin phi, where this BP is what? BP is a phase voltage, IP is phase current. And what is the value of this BP? BP is equal to what? In case of delta connection, it is a line voltage, and in case of delta connection, phase current is equal to what? Line current divided by under root 3. So just put the value of this BP and IP in this expression. So expression for this reactive power can be written as under root 3 times VL IL sin phi. Similarly, you can understand what is the expression for the apparent power. So expression for the apparent power can be written as is equal to 3 BP IP, and just put the value of BP IP in this expression. So it will come out under root 3 times multiplied by the line voltage multiplied by line current. So it can be written as S equal to under root 3 times VL IL. So with reference to the phasor diagram of the delta connection, it should be noted that line current are 120 degree apart, Second point that you can observe, that is line currents are 30 degree behind the respective phase current. And third point that you can notice and you have to remember, that the angle between line current and the corresponding line voltage is 30 plus 5 with the current lagging. Now we have to understand balanced star delta and delta star conversion. So here you can see in the figure, in view of the relationship between the line and phase current and voltages, any balanced star connected system may be completely replaced by an equivalent delta connected system. For example, a three phase star connected system having the voltage of V suffix L and line current I suffix L may be replaced by delta connected system in which phase voltage is V suffix L and phase current is I suffix L divided by under root 3. Similarly, a balanced star connected load having equal branch impedance each of Z with angle phi may be replaced by an equivalent delta connected load whose each phase impedance is equal to 3 times impedance, that is Z, with phase angle phi. So that means this Z phi can be written as 3 times Z phi. Now, because we have discussed about the star connection and delta connection, so for the summary we can compare this star connection and delta connection. Here you can see that in case of a star connection system, there is a common point known as a neutral. It is denoted by small n, or a star point. It can also be earth. But in case of delta connection, there is no neutral point in delta connected system. So in case of a star connection, it may be the 3 wire system or it may be the 3 phase 4 wire system. Why? Because one point neutral is also coming in the picture. But in case of delta, there is no neutral, so there will be only the 3 wire only. Second point that you can note down, that in a star connected system we get 3 phase 3 wire system and also 3 phase 4 wire system is taken out. But in case of delta connection, only 3 phase 3 wire system is possible in delta connected system. And if we are talking about the relation between line voltage and phase voltage in case of a star connection, so in case of a star connection, line voltage is equal to root 3 times phase voltage. In another word, you can say phase voltage is equal to 1 upon under root 3 times line voltage. But in case of delta connection, line voltage is equal to phase voltage. And if we are talking the next point, if for the star connection, you can note down that line current is equal to phase current, but in case of delta connection, line current is equal to root 3 times of phase current, or you can say phase current is equal to 1 upon under root 3 times line current. And expression for the power is the same for the either for the star connection or for the delta connection. That means you cannot change the power. So expression for the 3 phase power in case of a star connection, if you are writing in terms of the line, so it can be written as root 3 B L I L cos phi. If you are writing in terms of phase, it can be written as 3 B phase I phase cos phi. If you are writing the equation for the power for the delta connection, so these 3 power can be written as under root 3 B L I L cos phi. In terms of phase voltage and phase current, you can write it is equal to 3 B phase I phase cos phi. Now we will discuss 2 examples on the basis of the star connection and delta connection. So here you can see that 300 resistors are connected first in star, then in delta across 415 volt 3 phase supply. You have to calculate the line and phase current in each case and also the power taken from the source. So just you draw the circuit diagram for the star connection because it is a balanced system. So here you can see because loads are the 100 resistor or across all the phases, so you can say it is a balanced system, right? So for the star connection, what is the relation between the phase voltage and line voltage? Phase voltage is equal to line voltage divided by under root 3. Because here already line voltage is given, that is a 415. So just put the value of line voltage, that is 415. So you will get the phase voltage equal to 239.6 volt. Now you have to find out the phase current. because you have already calculated the phase voltage and impedance is already given. This impedance is nothing but because it is a purely resistive circuit, so impedance of circuit of particular phase is equal to resistance. So value of B phase is what? 239.6 and resistance are given 100 ohms, so just put the value here. So you will get the value of phase current is equal to 2.396 ampere. And in case of star connection, as you know, line current is equal to the phase current. So you have already calculated the phase current. So value of the line current will be the same as of the phase current, that is equal to 2.396 ampere. Now you have to calculate the power drawn, because power is consuming all the three phases. So just if you are able to calculate power in one phase, so just multiply it by the 3, then you can calculate the power drawn in all three phases. So power drawn in single phase is equal to what? I phase square into R phase. Now you multiply it by 3 for the calculating the power drawn in the three phases. So now you have a value of the I phase, that is a 2.396, and you have already the value of R phase, that means resistance of that particular phase, that is equal to 100 ohm. Just put the value, it comes 1722 watt. Now we have to calculate all the quantity for the delta connection also. So again the resistance are the 100 ohm, and here you can see in case of delta connection phase voltage equal to the line voltage. So line voltage is already given, that is a 415 voltage. So phase voltage is what? That is a 415 voltage. And what is the relation between the phase current and line current in delta connection? In case of delta connection, line current is equal to √3 times of phase current. So if you are able to calculate the phase current, so you can also calculate the line current. So how you can calculate the phase current? I phase can be written as B phase upon Z phase. So value of B phase is equal to what? 415, which is the line voltage, and value of Z is equal to what? Value of resistance, that is 100 ohm. Just put the value. After the solving you will get the value, that means value of the phase current is equal to 4.15 ampere. Now you have a value of the phase current, and relation between phase current and line current is what? Line current is √3 times phase current. So just put the value of I phase, so it comes IL is equal to 7.188 ampere. Now you have to calculate the power drawn. So power drawn can be written for all these three phases is equal to 3 times I phase square into R phase. Just put the value of this I phase and R phase, you will get the value of the power drawn. It comes 5166 watt. Now we are going to discuss the second example. Here 3 identical coils connected in delta across 400 volt, 50 hertz, 3-phase AC supply. Take a line current equal to 17.32 ampere at power factor of 0.8 lagging. You have to calculate the phase current, resistance and inductance of each coil, power drawn by the each coil. So whatever the quantity are given in the question, just you extract that quantity and you note down. So you can note down here that line voltage is given, that is a 400 voltage. So in case of delta connection, you know the relation between the line voltage and phase voltage, that means both are the equal. So phase voltage is equal to the line voltage, it is equal to 400 volt. And here the another quantity that is given, that is line current, and value of this line current is what? IL is equal to 17.32 ampere, and power factor is also given, that is power factor is equal to what? Cos phi, it is 0.8 lagging. Now you have a value of the line current, so you can calculate the phase current. Phase current is equal to what? Line current divided by under √3, and value of line current is equal to what? 17.32, just divide by under √3, so it comes 10 ampere. So now you have calculated the phase current also. Now you have a value of the phase current, you have a value of the phase voltage. So you can also find out the impedance of each phase. So impedance of each phase is equal to what? It can be written as ratio of B phase upon I phase. Just put the value here, that means value of B phase is equal to 400, value of I phase is equal to what? 10. So after the solving you get 40 ohm. So impedance of the each coil is 40 ohm. Now you have a value of impedance, and the most important parameter or that is already given, that is a power factor cos phi, it is 0.8 lagging. So with help of this power factor and with help of the impedance, you can calculate the value of the resistance and inductance also. So resistance of each coil can be written as impedance multiplied by the power factor, and value of the impedance is what? 40, and value of the power factor is what? 0.8, just multiplied, so it comes 32 ohm. Now you have a value of the Z, you have a value of resistance. So as you know, Z square is equal to what? R square plus X square. So you have a value of Z, you have a value of resistance, so you can calculate the value of the reactance. So inductive reactance of each coil can be written as X phase is equal to under root Z phase square minus R phase square. So just put the value of Z phase and R phase in this expression. Value of Z phase is equal to what? 40 ohm, and value of R phase is equal to what? 32. So 40 square minus 32 square and under root. So after the solving, you get the value 24 ohm. Now you have calculated the inductive reactance. You have to calculate the value of the inductance. So as you know, inductive reactance can be written as X is equal to omega L, and omega L is equal to what? 2 pi FL. That means you can write inductance of coil is equal to L is equal to what? X, that is inductive reactance, divided by 2 pi F. So you have a value of inductive reactance X, that is a 24 ohm, and you have a value of frequency that is already given, that is 50 hertz. Just put the value here. So it will be 24 divided by 2 pi into 50. So it comes 0.0764 Henry, or you can say 76.4 millihenry. So power drawn for each coil can be written as I phase square into R phase. So value of I phase is equal to what? 10. Just square it, multiplied by 32. So it comes 3200 watt. Now suppose it is asked you calculate the power drawn by the circuit. So if you want to calculate total power drawn by each coil, so just you multiply it by 3 in the power drawn by the each coil. So just multiply 3200 multiplied by series. So whatever the quantity that you will get, it will be the total power drawn by the circuit. So dear learner, in this particular session we have discussed about the interconnection of the three-phase system, and this interconnection may be the star connection or maybe the delta connection. In case of a star connection, you have observed that line current is equal to the phase current and phase voltage is equal to line voltage divided by under root 3. But in case of delta connection, phase voltage is equal to line current and phase voltage is equal to line voltage divided by under root 3. And in this particular session we have discussed about only the balance load system. And what is balance system? If the magnitude of the voltage or current are the same and angle between all the phases are the same, then it will be called the balance system. Thank you very much.